Hey, Hoosier Boo here, and I'm at the North Rim of Grand Canyon National Park in Arizona. I have been to this rim before. Only about 1 out of 10 of the 5 million visitors to the Grand Canyon South Rim each year come here, so this is less visited for sure. It's actually a big detour, like 5-hour drive to get here. I have been here before, but yeah, let's go check this out. There's a tiny visitor center here, so I'm gonna go inside. So here's a map of the Grand Canyon. Over here is South Rim, Grand Canyon Village, and up here is North Rim. I'm right here. It's about 1,000 feet higher up here, and I will be going out to here, Cape Royal. Here's a bronze cave-out squirrel. They have white tails. And there's a taxidermy one in here. That's an aspen grove root. The Paiute in this area use these plants to make rope. Here's some old plates and silverware from the Grand Canyon Lodge from the 1930s. This is a photo of Theodore Roosevelt here in 1913. This is an old telescope. South Rim may have El Tovar, one of the most famous national park lodges, but North Rim has its own, the Grand Canyon Lodge. The original lodge was finished in 1928 and designed by Gilbert Stanley Underwood. That's what it looked like, but it burned to the ground 4 years later. And he also designed this newer one, finished in 1937. Also, the lodge is a National Historic Landmark. And this is the lobby area. The roof up there is all made out of ponderosa pine. And this is the historic dining room. And behind the lobby, just like Jackson Lake Lodge, they have a giant observation room. They have a giant Navajo Kokopelli carving in here. I like the chandeliers. And here they have a bronze statue of Bridie the Burro. In the early 1900s until his death in 1922, Bridie was a local celebrity at the North Rim. And it says if you touch his nose, you'll get good luck. This is interesting. There's a massive fireplace on the exterior. It's cool they have a porch you can sit out on, overlooking the Grand Canyon. This view from the lodge is my first view of the Grand Canyon. It's really nothing like when you first see it. This is cool. There's a trail that goes right underneath the lodge. This is the base of the lodge. This is one of the few spots where the rocks kind of like jut out. And that's the view of the lodge that faces towards the canyon. It's interesting, this is one of the few formations that has greenery on it. Can't really see that from South Rim. All of these cabins are original and were built around the same time as the lodge, so they're also National Historic Landmarks. This is Vista Entacita. It's really beautiful here, and I'm having a picnic right along the canyon rim. And now I'm at a point named after the guy on my shirt, Theodore Roosevelt. Here's a plaque with Teddy Roosevelt on it. He's one of my favorites. Roosevelt said of the canyon to leave it as it is. We cannot improve it. And this is the Walhalla overlook. That's an interesting rock formation right there. And these are a little known secret here at the North Rim, the Walhalla Pueblo ruins. This was lived in 900 years ago by Canton Pueblo people. I didn't know about this the first time I came to North Rim, but I found this by looking at satellite imagery. It's right next to the main road, but they don't really provide any information about it. They don't advertise it. There doesn't appear to be a kiva, which was a circular ceremonial room. So these were all rooms they lived in. This is probably one story, and they have a couple tiny outbuildings. And it looks like this is also a part of the archaeological site. Well, I've made it to Cape Royal. I'm hiking out to one of my favorite spots. Now that I've been to all of the major viewpoints on the Grand Canyon, I still think this one is my favorite, the Angel's Window at Cape Royal. And now I'm going to be hiking out onto the Angel's Window. You can see the Colorado River in the window. It's such a fascinating formation. Alright, this is the Angel's Window. And this is the view on one side. It's just so freaking amazing up here. I remember seeing that flat top butte at Desert View in the South Rim. Looks different from here. And this is the big panorama view from the end of it. No words to describe this. I'm about 9,000 feet high. It's a long drop. This side of it looks way different. That's the road that comes out here. Looks very different from the rest.
Why didn't you tell somebody about it? 2 months later?
Well, since I've been to all of the major outlooks on the Grand Canyon, I still think this one is the best. Cape Royal and the North Rim. If you only have time for one, probably this one. This one is just amazing. But anyways, if you like these, go check out my other Grand Canyon videos and all my other national park videos. And thanks for watching.